I'm going to focus. Yes. Okay. Okay, everybody. New camera, still doing stuff new. Okay, so this is Casey. I'm here to do the uh, middle to end of July pick a card reading for Pisces. Okay, so the first card, the energy for the second half of the month is Wish Upon a Star. Okay. Do you believe your dreams can become real, or do you shrug them off and chide yourself for being unrealistic? What if you could trust that the world around you holds promise you have not yet realized? Perhaps the point all along is not how something can happen, but the power of wishing and intending. We humans have multiple ways to ritualize owning a dream we want to manifest in physical form. Think of a wishing well. You infuse a coin with your intention, tuning into the feeling of having a particular experience. Tossing the coin into the well symbolizes the act of letting the how go, walking away, and allowing the universe to do its part in the co created partnership. Another method is to wish upon a star. In doing so, you also look back to our origins, for we are made of stardust. Today, allow yourself to dream and play with different realities, even if something impossible. If it calls you and feels good, why not choose it? Wish upon a star, then live as if your wish were already true. Know that these beautiful dreams you have been nurturing are in the process of becoming real. Don't forget that the act of wishing, dreaming, and intending is more important than figuring out the how. It shows the universe you're serious about playing the game of life and you trust the essence of the partnership. Remember, every dream you believe in and hope for is a call to a twinkling star. The answer will come, sometimes swiftly, sometimes slowly. No wish is ever wasted. Okay? So ask for what you want. Wish for what you want, the equivalent or something better. Okay? Hi, Afra. So this is a pick a card reading. So what? Okay, let me tell you how this works. Okay, I'm going to put down two piles. I want you to pick one pile as the primary one for you, but make sure you listen to both of them and the bridging energy. Okay? Because everybody's on a different timeline. It may you just completed the lessons, or it may that you yet have to go into the lessons. Okay? So let me pull pile one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, pile one. So we're working on pile two. Okay, pile two. Okay, now the bridging cards. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, so pick your pile, and if it usually takes you more than 10 seconds, then you're overthinking it, okay? So pile one, we're gonna read that now. So the first card is the Three of Swords. There's some heartache here, some disputes, there's some arguments here. But we have the Nine of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Two of Swords, the King of Cups, and we have the Strength card. Okay. Trying to keep everything out of the way. Okay, so the Three of Cups, there may be arguments, disputes, heartache, separation by distance, but look at the light. The light is overcoming the darkness around this. Things can be resolved if you take the time to actually make the effort to resolve things, if both parties are agreeable, okay? But we have the Nine of Wands here also. You're just tired, you're exhausted, you're done with it. You feel like you're not making any movement, you're not accomplishing things. But the thing is, the finish line is right here. He's one step away from the finish line. This is telling you, do not give up just before you accomplish what you've been working for. But the main object of this card is don't look to the end result. The end result, okay? Look to everything that you've already accomplished. These are all accomplishments back here. As you acknowledge your accomplishments, okay, then you are encouraging the universe to give you more things to accomplish, okay? And then we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands talks about the early beginnings of something creative, something passionate, okay? Lots of growth, lots of fire. It's like you are exploring all the things that make life worth living at this point in time, okay? But you have a tendency to get stuck in your head. Should I, shouldn't I? Should I, shouldn't I? Okay? You don't know what to do. So just remember that not making a choice is still making a choice. Okay? So it's better to make a choice and go for what you want, okay? But the King of Cups talks about someone loving, caring, nurturing, mature. Okay? They feel things very deeply, but they have troubles expressing themselves, okay? That may be you. I'm thinking with a lot of you, that may be you. You don't know how to express that self. You don't know how to resolve these conflicts and stuff. But the Strength card talks about being loving, caring, nurturing, getting in touch with your shadow side, getting in touch with the beast within, the parts we don't like about ourselves, the parts that we criticize ourselves, where we're hard, all the programming's belief systems we have about who we are and how we're supposed to act and everything. But she has taken the time to go within, or wherever she needs to go, if it might be somebody outside yourself also, but to resolve these issues, to make peace, to gentle this beast by coming to some knowledge of why it's there and what it's there for, okay? So pile two, we have the Three of Cups, the Knight of Cups, one of these days I'm going to get these cameras figured out. The Knight of Cups, we have the Temperance, we have the Queen of Swords, we have the King of Wands, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So the Three of Cups is talking about coming into some emotional fulfillment. Okay. It's talking about coming into happiness, joy, celebration. These cups are full, they're overflowing, okay? You're working on that, but yet at the same time, it may be you have felt stuck for quite a while with the emotional aspects, okay? Or there may be a separation between you and a loved one. but everything's on hold. There's no movement. The cup is there, but it's not being offered at this point in time, okay? And then the Temperance talks about healing. It talks about having patience with yourself. It's healing of the emotions and the passions. Sometimes we can be, sometimes our passions can lead us in one direction when our emotions that are leading us into another. There needs to come to a balance. There needs to come to a healing there, okay? And the Queen of Swords says, okay, you're learning to listen to your intuition and knowing. You've been through hell and back. You've gone through lots and lots of transformation and change, okay? But you're looking for truth and clarity in the situation. And she's holding that sort of truth. And she's not going to take any more BS. She's pretty much done with all of this, okay? She's learned to set boundaries. So the King of Wands is someone mature. He's gone through lots of transformation and change. This person has tended to be a player pretty much of their life, okay? But there is a transformation going in. I think he's maturing into something a little more stable, but he's always gone for what he's passionate about. This might be part of the disconnect here. You go for the passions, and then you go through things emotionally because the passions don't align with the emotions, okay? But this is knowing who you are, what you want, what makes life worth living, okay? And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is coming into new beginnings. To me, the Pentacles are the accumulation of the Wands, the Swords, the Cups, and the Pentacles all together. But the Pentacles are having fulfillment on all levels, especially intangible assets, on physically, okay? But it bleeds into other aspects of your life also. But this is this is new beginnings of this coming in for you, and with this stability, okay? So we're going to do the bridging energy. So again, we have the heartaches dispute. Things can be resolved here, okay? And if there's effort made and the people are actually open and receptive to working together, this can bring lots and lots of happiness. See? Again, but we have our King of Cups here. Someone, very emotional, feels things deeply, but they don't know how to express themselves. Maybe it's just, make sure you sit down, you talk about one topic at a time, and work through each topic before you move on to the next topic. But sometimes if you ask somebody what they're feeling, they're not going to know what they're feeling. Ask them what they're thinking. They might give you something a little bit different, but sometimes they have to take times to process things, okay? And then we have our Nine of Wands, tired, exhausted, been through hell and back, You're so close to the finish line. You've accomplished so much. You need to acknowledge that. Instead of looking at the finish line, because you shift and change every day of your lives. Your finish line is going to shift and change every day of your life also. So it's better to focus on how far you have come and acknowledging that, so the universe can give you more things to accomplish, okay? But you've been stuck on hold for a long time. Emotionally, there's just been no movement at all. Again, call in the energy of the Ace of Pentacles. Have some patience. This can be something long-term and stable, okay? But new beginnings of tangible assets, new beginnings of having it all. You just need to have the courage to move on, okay? To move forward, to have the fortitude to actually sit down and show the gratitude for all the lessons that you've learned, so you have this forward movement. Now we have the Page of Wands. It could be a younger person than you, okay? but it's the very early beginnings of the passions, desires, the creativity. It's like you are learning all over again exactly what makes you happy, what makes life worth living. Okay. And the temperance, look, we have oranges in here, and it looks like an orange back here also. Okay. But temperance is have some patience with yourself. You're going through healing. You're learning how to balance your emotions and your passions and your desires. Have some patience with yourself. Okay. Now, the Queen of Wands is somebody that is a mover and shaker. The mover and shaker make sure everybody's needs are taken care of. They dot the I's, they cross the T's, they make sure everybody makes their appointments. This is the person behind the successful person. These are the people that make the world run. Okay? They make sure everybody's needs are taken care of and every little detail is taken care of, okay? But you have a tendency to get stuck in your head. Should I, shouldn't I? Should I, shouldn't I? Just remember, no choice is still making a choice. So isn't it better to make a choice to move toward what you want? Because you've been through a lot. You've gone through lots of transformation and change. You've learned to set boundaries. You know more about what you want. You're taking the time to observe and find the truth and clarity in the situation. And you are learning to follow your intuition and knowing, okay? But you got to quit being hard on yourself. That's part of this process here. Should I, shouldn't I? Should I, shouldn't I? This is either you or somebody else being hard on you. Nobody's as hard on us as we are on ourselves. We are our worst critics. So I do offer up a technique. If you look at my playlist, it's a free little technique. You look under playlist, look under classes, and look under bubble technique. There's a little technique in there where you can start putting in all that negative self-talk and clearing the energy around that so we can start bringing in new energies for you, okay? But this can also be a narcissist card. Somebody has to win at all costs, okay, no matter who they hurt. And then we have our King of Cups, someone loving, caring, nurturing, feels things very deeply, very intensely, but they don't know how to express themselves. See, he's not extending the cup. He's holding the cup close to him. He just doesn't know how to extend those emotions out. Okay? But the King of Wands is learning, going through the transformation and change in order to know exactly who he is and what he wants from his life. Okay? Been a player in the past? See, and again, it looks like a little orange in the background. But there's lots of transformation and change. This person is shifting and changing, okay? But the thing is, okay, so you're waiting for your ship to come in, but the thing is, your back is turned to the ship. So how many times do we distract ourselves from accomplishing exactly what we're asking for? So in a way, we're self-sabotaging ourselves because we're not open to receiving it. There's some kind of point of view or belief systems here that is holding you back from achieving it. And part of that might be you're so busy juggling everything else that's going on in your life that you're not seeing the options, the potential that is possibly coming in, okay? And then we have the Strength card. Someone loving, caring, compassionate, gentle. She has not made friends with this beast through control and manipulation. She has taken the time to get to know this beast, share the love, the growth, the compassion and everything, and they have created a bond, okay? And this is going to lead to the prosperity and abundance, the new beginnings of the prosperity and abundance, okay? All the tangible assets. The thing is, like I said, sometimes we have to look at our belief systems because the universe is always there for us. But are we going to allow the universe to give us what we are asking for? Do we have a belief system? Oh, I'm not supposed to ask for it. I don't believe it'll happen. I don't believe something that good can happen for me. So sometimes you ask this or something better. That opens up the way for the universe to bring in something for you better than you could even imagine, okay? But I show you moving toward fulfillment, okay? Something is shifting, changing. We're coming from this heartache, these arguments, these disputes over here. And the bridging energy is the sun. That's fulfillment. Innocence, fulfillment, joy, bringing light to the situation, bringing healing to the situation. That's the best card in the whole deck. Okay? I do feel like this reading, though, may bleed a little bit into August, but I think there's some major shifts and changes coming in for Pisces, okay? So that is your reading for mid to end of July reading. I hope that resonates. And if you guys have any kind of readings you would like to see me do, let me know. Okay. And we will work on doing that. Okay. So everyone have a good one and namaste.